It's take 2 for the Patriots as they get ready to face
Let's hope it goes better
the
than
probable
take 1.
league MVP. Yeah, there's going to need to be some improvements in Patrick Mahomes. I'm Alex Barth. He is Evan Lazar. This is the Foxborough Report, brought to you by 1 in 100. Patriots season might be over, but there's still plenty of action at the Garden. And if you're looking to get into a Bruins or Celtics game, you've got to check out 1in100.co today. They can get you in the building for the price of a pizza or an ice cold beer. Again, that's 1in100.co. Check them out today. Evan, before we get into the strict Mahomes breakdown,
yeah,
you know how I love putting things in context. I love my rankings, especially during the playoffs. The Patriots have a history of defeating MVPs in the postseason. You go Kurt Warner, Peyton Manning, Steve McNair, all of them.
Checks out.
Where does Mahomes rank on that list? If you had to find a guy, an MVP the Patriots have beaten the playoffs to compare him to. I know the Chiefs as a whole you can compare to the 0-1 Rams. Yeah. But Mahomes, I mean,
well,
is he
I have too much
McNair?
respect for Peyton and Kurt Warner, who are both Hall of Famers, to put Mahomes in that category quite yet. But I think that as a whole, as an offense, this offense is as multiple and as diverse. It has almost, in my opinion, more... there's more of a wow factor when you watch this unit than when you watch the early 2000s Colts.
Okay.
The Rams were the greatest show on turf.
Yeah.
That was one of the best offenses I've ever seen. So I don't know if I would necessarily say that's true about that team, but the Colts were a pretty basic team. Bill Belichick talked about it this morning. They came out in one formation. They sent Marvin Harrison to the left. They said Reggie Wayne to the right. They put Dallas Clark in the slot, and they said, let's play football.
Right.
And that was pretty much it. This Chiefs team is completely multiple. They'll go empty, they'll go one back, they'll spread you out, they'll compact the formation, they'll do a bunch of different things. They go 4 wide to one side, which is not very common sometimes. They do a whole lot of different things.
The only team I've seen do that on a regular basis, and excuse me for nerding out here, is the MIT football team, which that's their base formation. I don't think I've seen it outside of a Hail Mary formation
they do it
anywhere
to beat
else.
Zone coverage.
Yeah.
They're
and it's
very
effective.
creative.
They can do it effectively. It's not just a gimmick.
Yeah, and Belichick talked about this morning too. Andy Reid has I call it West Coast college. He's morphed the college spread, air raid, RPO concepts with the West Coast offense. So he still has the efficiency of the short passing game of the West Coast offense.
Like a run and shoot West, sort of.
Right. But he still has the efficiency of the West Coast offense, which is predicated on short passes, getting the ball out quick, not really running the football a whole lot and throwing the ball. But he also has the vertical attack of the spread air raid offenses that we see in college. Yeah. So it's a great morph of both of them. He's basically morphed West Coast old school Bill Walsh with like what Lincoln Riley's running at Oklahoma. It's pretty cool.
And at the center of it is Patrick Mahomes, who we're talking about here on the Foxborough Report. First time around, Evan, like you said off the top.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it was bad, because for the first half, I mean, they looked good.
Yeah.
Mahomes opened it up in the second half. Certainly Tyreek Hill had a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
What were the biggest differences in what... Were there big differences, actually, I guess I should say, in what the Patriots did in the first half and the second half of that game? Or was it adjustments Mahomes made to better deal with what he was looking at?
Well, I think the Patriots did do some things in the second half that were similar, but I think the biggest thing is they needed to survive the first quarter. They knew that the Chiefs' offense just can blow the doors off of you in the first quarter. They're a plus 105 in point differential. By far the biggest differential in the league in the first quarter. They went up 14-0 against the Indianapolis
Colts. There's some teams that aren't even plus 105 for the year.
Right. They can just absolutely blow you out in that opening frame. So what the Patriots did in that first quarter was they threw the kitchen sink at Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. A lot of man pressure, those cover zero blitzes, the playground amoeba defense, whatever you want to call it. That was like kind of the first iteration that we saw of that all the way back in week 6. Then in the second half, they went to their zone concepts, and Patrick Mahomes is the PFF's top-graded zone passer in the league. He absolutely carves up zone coverage. He had a perfect 158.3 passer rating against Patriots zone coverages back in October. 12 of 14 for over 250 yards and 2 touchdowns when the Patriots played zone. When the Patriots played man, it was a different story, and they were able to get some pressure on him.
So what do you think we see on Sunday in Kansas City? Do the Patriots go back to that amoeba defense, defense, the blitzing, or will they try to beat them with their zone?
Well, I think the biggest thing is, and this is kind of the chess match that I'm most interested in watching, is what checks do Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid now have for those cover zero blitzes? Because the one disadvantage I think the Patriots have in this game is that Mahomes has seen them now.
So hang on. This was going to be my next question, but let me ask you, because I think it's going to fold into this. It's a rematch. They've already seen each other. Who does that benefit more?
Well, I think that in some respects it does benefit the Chiefs a lot because Patrick Mahomes really was very confused by those blitzes, and so were the protection schemes of the Kansas City Chiefs. There's a lot of situations where the Patriots lined up 6 or 7 guys across the line of scrimmage, and they only had 5 blockers, and there was just no chance that they were going to be able to block everybody, and the Patriots were just either bringing or backing off, but either way, they weren't going to be able to block everyone.
Right.
Now I would expect that Andy Reid's going to say to Patrick Mahomes, all right, if they give you that amoeba defense again, and they have 6 guys lined up across the line of scrimmage, and we're in an empty set, and we only have 5 guys in the protection, we're going to bring the running back into the backfield. We're going to check to a run, or we're just going to have him pass block, and pick somebody up in blitz protection, or we're going to slide this way, or we're going to hot route that way. They're going to have something up their sleeve ready this time around for those types of defenses, because the first time around, Mahomes was way in over his head against them.
And, I mean, just to kind of piggyback off of that, I said this before the game back in October, and I'll say it again because I think it's true. The Patriots' best chance in this game defensively is to get Patrick Mahomes off his spot, hit him early, hit him often, get him moving around, quick feet, trigger happy, that kind of thing. Now, to do that, they're going to have to go with those blitzes. So if the Chiefs have a good plan, you go to the chess match back and forth, but I would hope the Patriots don't abandon the blitz in this game because I think they need to be in Patrick Mahomes' face. If Patrick Mahomes gets comfortable at any point in this game, it's over.
Right. Well, so the interesting thing is that Patrick Mahomes this season has carved up blitzes to him. He's carved up everything. But he's carved up blitzes too, but not against the Patriots. Right. Against the Patriots, he struggled a little bit against the blitz. He averaged over 9 yards per attempt against the blitz against every other opponent. Against the Patriots, it was 3.9. So he really struggled against those blitzes. He did throw for 2 touchdowns against the blitz, but, you kind of live with some of it, right?
That's just the nature of blitzing.
Right. You're not going to stop him every single time down. So I think the biggest thing for the Patriots is what new wrinkles can the Patriots throw at Mahomes, because him and Andy Reid have sat down and reviewed every second of that Week 6 tape this week. He knows what that they did to him that week that worked. So now Bill Belichick is going to have to zig again and kind of come up with a new scheme and a new way of pressuring Mahomes that is going to be different from what they did in Week 6.
All right, Patrick Mahomes, the rematch. Who does it favor? What should the Patriots do to keep the league's, let's be honest, MVP? We can say it, right?
League MVP, best offense probably since the 2013 Browns.
All right, how do the Patriots keep them in check on Sunday? Will they keep them in check on Sunday? Let us know in the comments down below or on Twitter at PatriotsCLNS. This edition of the Foxborough Report has been brought to you by 1in100. If you're looking for cheap tickets to Bruins or Celtics games, check out 1in100.co today. For Evan Lazar, I'm Alex Barth for the Foxborough Report. Thanks for watching.